met George about a year and a half ago when he came into my office and we had a conversation about his graduate program in pursuing his PhD in sociology, and he struck me from the start as somebody who was warm, engaged in his education, and thinking about what he could contribute to Georgia State beyond what he was contributing as a graduate student. In the fall semester, my office initiated a program called Grad Groups that was designed as a semester-long orientation for incoming graduate students to help them adjust to the graduate school experience. And we solicited veteran graduate students to lead these groups. And George submitted an application, and based on my experience with him earlier, I knew that he would make a great leader, and he surpassed my expectations. He was a leader among the grad group leaders. So these groups met with first-year graduate students every other week for the fall semester. George and his fellow leaders each convened a group of about 10 to 12 graduate students and gave them the ins and outs of being a graduate student, how to succeed, how to survive and thrive. I met with the grad group leaders regularly, and George stood out among that group as somebody who was particularly invested in helping others, creative in how he approached helping others. He embodies the spirit of Georgia State from my perspective, somebody who is thinking beyond just their own small world, out to the larger world and how they can affect change in our system. George is so deserving of this award because he is hardworking, he is creative in his approach to helping others, and he's committed to helping others, both those at Georgia State and beyond. He's a model for doctoral students and graduate students writ large at Georgia State.
I met George several years ago as an undergraduate student at Morehouse College, and we reconnected when he applied to the wonderful PhD program here in sociology. And I was immediately struck by how involved he was. It seemed as if I couldn't walk through a classroom building without seeing a flyer associated with some program that he was sponsoring with one of the many organizations that he either founded or reinvigorated as a PhD student. And so, I've known him for many years, and the kind of service that he's provided to Georgia State is not something that surprises me at all. This has been a consistent part of his character since I've known him. George has been involved in many organizations here at Georgia State, either founding them or reinvigorating them. The Greatest Minds Society is one such organization. The Black Graduate Student Association is another one. And when I supported George's candidacy for this award, one of the things that I mentioned was the fact that he has literally established a legacy here at Georgia State as a graduate student. I don't know how he finds time to do all of this, but he does. And when we think about it, George has impacted hundreds and hundreds of students through his work with these organizations. And it's a very important legacy, and I'm very proud to have an opportunity to be involved. Finishing a PhD, working on a PhD is a very difficult kind of journey. And I think what makes George different is that he is sincerely committed to service. So this isn't simply a matter of him padding his CV. Since he arrived on campus, he has been about the business of making Georgia State a better place and leaving Georgia State in a better condition than it was when he found it. And this is all driven by his sincere commitment to students, all students at Georgia State. And so he gives of his time. I have no idea how he is making such great progress towards completing his degree, while at the same time engaging all of these students, both in the classroom, outside of the classroom, arranging trips, arranging programs of all sorts. And so this is a sincere commitment to service, and it really does reflect the highest aspirations of what it means to be a university citizen here at Georgia State University. I think George Greenidge is deserving of this award because of his sincere and selfless commitment to service at Georgia State University. He is a true university citizen. There are countless students and departments that have benefited from George's service to the university, and he is certainly deserving of this important honor.